Hello, and welcome to Coin Daily. This is a calculator for the price of a Shiba Inu. I'm going to create some hypothetical situations to demonstrate the realistic potential of our beloved SHIB, token, rising up to 1 cent and possibly $1. I'm producing this because if you've spent any time on YouTube, you've definitely seen a lot of thumbnails like this and a lot of videos claiming that she'll reach 1 once she's paid 10 cents. Sometimes it says things like $1.50, $50.15 bucks, and so on. And while all of these movies are entertaining to watch, they aren't very practical in the short term. So I'm going to attempt to leverage my grasp of economics, as well as what I've learned about the two economics of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, to give you a more realistic outlook. Okay, so this is a Shiba Inu price calculator. So this is where I can enter the volume every time we make a buy on this side. Before I proceed, this adds to the volume and will add to the market capitalization. Basically, there are two ways we can influence the price. The first is to increase the market cap. That means that if we make purchases of the SHIB token, the price goes up, and we can also control the supply by reducing the supply of coins, which raises the price. So the goal of this calculator is to show that we were able to combine both techniques, and that both mechanisms are available in the SHIA ecosystem. The market cap is largely determined by, well, the market, how many people buy and sell Shiba Inus, and the circulating supply. In the end, the community will decide through the governance process. The SHIB's unique feature is that Shiba Inu will be allowed to vote and potentially influence supply following the Shiba exchange. I also made this calculator. Yeah. So we can monitor the price as we burn different percentages of the circulating supply to see how far we can go. If you're interested in joining me, let's have a look at some potential scenarios. Okay, so she was born in the month of August. And it had no purchases in a market cap of nil, obviously a price of nil, and circulating supply of roughly 394 trillion when it was minted around August. That is the current number in circulation. If we go to the coin market cap, we can readily verify this. So, right now, it says this is the price. I'll accept it. I'll update our calculator, the calculator right now. Just give me a second. So, what we're going to do is just put some hypothetical numbers in. So, let's suppose 10 million people were born in September, which isn't really accurate, but our price rises to 25 Satoshi units in October. Let's see what happens if we pretend again. Let's pretend it's been 15 years. That isn't even close to 15 million. As you can see, the market cap has climbed to $25 million at this point. And while the circulating supply remains unchanged, our price has risen to 63 Satoshi units. So, let's simply pretend there's not a lot of activity in November since people are planning for Christmas and aren't really thinking about you, and there's only 500,000 volume. And, assuming that 25 million is purchased, the price only rises modestly to 65,000 in December. So now, the Shiba Inu population has risen fairly dramatically, up to this point. And we all know that at 128 things start to get exciting, to put it mildly. What exactly is it? That's maybe a little too good. I didn't want to jump all that much. Okay, in that month, we had 500,500 million volume. So, at this point, we're at $13.90 for an, let's just say, I chose to buy $1 million worth of SHIB at this point. No, $10 million plus a SHIB isn't enough. So I'm fortunate. So that's how much it cost me, $139. That's all I'm going to say about it. To put it another way, 1,000,001. Okay. I'll try something different and say, Okay, that's okay. And, presumably, it's worth around $2. And we've got another busy month ahead of us. In February, $500 million will be spent. The cost of living continues to rise. Then, all of a sudden, we have 1 billion people. It was that 10 billion, 10 years, 1 billion values at 5/1/94. So far, we've amassed a market capitalization of $22 billion. I'm going to do my best to see how close we can come to the truth from where we are now. So I'm just going to pretend that we have that in April. And, may I add, I've now moved up for another $500 million. We now have a market capitalization of $3 billion. And then, as we all know, the market fell in June. That's all I'm going to do, and that's how we get our present price. As you may be aware, The time this movie was recorded was about 6,858. Take a look at how far we've come. According to CoinMarketCap, the number is 6,858. Okay. So, realistically speaking, as you can see, we only have a market capitalization of $2 billion. We want to show how much you know, so we'll need to go up to at least 1/1 cent. So I'm just going to look for some ideas. I'm going to look at several other successful cryptocurrencies. I'm going to come over here and see what cryptocurrency can do. I'll jump in here and say, okay, Polkadot. Broken Hill is a well-known location. They currently have a market capitalization of $15 billion. Let's imagine that CNN starts talking about Shiba Inu and the rest of the world notices. You are aware of her, and we have a total of 15 billion. As a result, our market capitalization has risen to $15 billion. Our price has now risen to this level. Take a look at my initial SHIB purchase, which has increased from $139 to $6,000. So that's really nice, but it's still not $1, but I'm pretty much in the black if I cash out here. Let's take a closer look and see what occurs next. Let's take a step back and see what we can do. Consider Cardinal. Okay, I'm going to leap up and check what's going on. Let's just go for the big gun right now. Bitcoin and Ethereum are two digital currencies. So their total is around $900,900 billion. Obviously, this is merely an intriguing exercise, but I'd like to see you. So, if we sold but yes, that would be a total of $900,900 billion. That was our situation. One totaled $900 billion. As a result, we will now have the greatest market capitalization in the whole cryptocurrency space. However, at our pricing, it would have increased by 0.03. So, most individuals may believe that. Okay, that's okay. So where did those other videos get their forecasts about 111 cent and I mean huge, well, I wouldn't say big, but I'm a member of the community just like you guys and we all want our returns and to get high? So I conducted some more research and realized that there are 3 tokens in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. We have a bone Shiba Inu on a leash. This one is probably like the store. This one is like the people's coin, Shila. It has an extremely high circulating supply and a very low price. As a result, it's quite appealing to people who are new to the crypto sector and who are really hopeful, such as you and me. In fact, that's how I got into cryptocurrency. And leash is more, it has a limited quantity and is focused toward. I'm pretty sure I'm a retailer. I'm referring to more commercial investors who believe that the price is now high. I believe leash, also known as Killer, is currently in the year 2000. That is the price per currency, and it is so high since the supply of leash is actually quite limited, 107. But, strangely, bone, here is where this is, and this is the portion that is currently quite interesting. This bone will only be available after the Shiba swap is launched, and they will each be able to generate a maximum of 250 tokens over the lifespan of this, with the majority of those tokens being created during the first 2 weeks of a liquidity event. But, you might be thinking, okay, so what is this one for? Well, personally, I believe that this is the most significant token in the Shiba ecosystem. But it's crucial that you understand that the devs, if you read the white paper, didn't keep any of the shit tokens they mentioned. They mentioned a large number of tokens, but they didn't actually hold any of them for themselves. When people start a new crypto project, they usually reserve a small percentage for themselves as developers and admins to help operate the currency and sell it. However, Shiba Inu's experiment was to decentralize the entire ecosystem. That is to say, it is controlled by the community, which includes you and me. If you own Shiba, you are a member of the Shiba community. And, in the end, we're going to decide what happens to Shiba Inu and pricing, and how that's going to happen is when she swapped out, those of us who stake and farm our SHIB token into the Shiba swap will be assigned. Governance tokens, often known as bone tokens, are what are known as governance tokens. That pretty much means we'll be able to vote on the direction the Shiba Inu will take in any case. I've gone off on a tangent. Let's keep moving on with our small project. Sure, at that Shiba swap liquidity event, they'll really say to get shoppers were dragged off on the right pour, I wanted to remark. We're hosting a 2-week liquidity event, and it's going to be a lot of fun. That is all that I have for this video. I hope that you've learned something and gained additional insight about this project. If you are looking to invest, please be smart and make sure to research beforehand. Other than that, I wish you the best of luck.